Now we're going to talk about exponential functions. With exponential functions, as the exponent gets higher, you have a greater increase. Unlike linear functions where we have a fixed growth rate from each. Each of these is an increase of 2. And then from 6 to 8, you have an increase of 2. You have fixed growth on the y for every x. For every x increase in 1, you get an increase of 2 on the y. Exponential functions are different. As the y value increases, the growth on the y value increases more greatly. In other words, if we have 0, anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, if we have 1, well, anything to the 1 power is itself, so we get 2. If we have 2, well, 2 squared is 4. If we have 3, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And we're getting greater increases here as we just increase by 1 here. Let's go down lower. Let's do 2 to the negative 1. Negative 1. And just to remind you, whenever you have a negative exponent, switch levels and make it positive. So 1/2. So I'm just going to make this 0.5. Now if we graph it, we've got 0, 1. Sorry, there's someone singing in the background. We've got 1, 2. We've got 2, 3, 4. And he's not a very good singer. Here we've got 3, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're seeing an exponential growth curve, negative 1.5. And whenever you graph exponential functions, you get a curve like this. It's always a curve. It's either going this way or it's going this way, depending on what the formula is. Let's have a look at this one. Now, if you have a fraction raised to a power, to an unknown power that you don't know, I would use negative numbers. It makes it easier because, as you know, anything that's 0 power is 1. As you know, if you put in a negative number, you switch levels and make it positive. So if we put negative 1 in here, 2 to the negative 1 is equal to 2 to the 1, or 1/2 to the negative 1 is equal to 2 to the positive 1. Negative 1 is equal to 2 to the 1, which is equal to 2. Okay? So if I put negative 2 there, I've got 2 squared, and I get 4. If I put negative 3 there, then I get 2 to the positive third 3 power, and I get 8. Now let's graph it. 0, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 4. I'm just approximating, just to give you an idea. Negative 3, 8, and look at this. We're getting an exponential growth curve going in the opposite direction. I want to get a little closer to the x-axis, so I'm going to put in positive 1. 1/2 to the positive 1 power is equal to 1/2. And I'm going to make it 0.5 to make it easier to see. So here we're at 1 and 0.5. And we've got an exponential growth curve going in this direction. A really ugly exponential growth curve. I missed this dot. But hopefully you get the idea.